Good morning. I am 5 minutes earlier today. As always, if you're watching in recording, you're welcome to fast forward or stay with us through our hellos. I am going to check the sound now as usual. My fan is on, so it's so hot and mosquito-y, so I'm trying to stay cool and mosquito free. But if it interferes with the sound, of course, I will switch it off. Good morning. I switch it off. It seems like it's okay. Good morning. I switch it off. Let me know if it is not okay for you. From my computer, it sounds like the fan is not really interfering, which would be great if that's the case for everybody. Good morning, Mary. Mary, I was just saying that I have my fan on. From my computer, when I did the check, it doesn't seem like it interferes with the sound. Can you please let me know if you hear the fan and if it's bad? And if it is, I will, of course, switch it off. Good morning, Michelle. I know, Mary. Michelle, I was saying that my fan is on. I did a computer sound check and it sounds okay to me. Can you please let me know if this fan is interfering with the sound for you? Because if it is, I'm going to switch it off. All good for you. Thank you so much, Michelle, for this test. Good morning, Judy. Good morning, Ari. All right, it is time for us to start. So the key to freedom and transformation seems to be identifying our thoughts, emotions, and habitual patterns of behavior. If we don't acknowledge the places where we're stuck, we inevitably twist ourselves in knots to bypass certain feelings and perceptions, and the love that would otherwise be available to us also becomes tied up in knots. But when we set an intention to explore our emotional hotspots, we create a pathway to real love. For example, no matter what you think you should do, you cannot really coerce yourself into loving your neighbor or your boss when you simply cannot stand them. But if you try to understand your feelings of dislike with mindfulness and compassion, and at the same time being sure not to forget self-compassion here, then you create the possibility for change. Your neighbor or your boss may still do the things that annoy you greatly, but the anger and tightness you feel in your chest whenever you see them is bound to diminish, leaving you freer and more available for love. In other words, instead of exclusively searching outside of ourselves for the source of our difficulties with others, we also need to look within. And this is true for all relationships. Our longing for closeness brings us face to face with those inner blocks. And so we have the chance to begin this investigation, this exploration that will ultimately set us free. So today, let's do a rain practice fused with loving kindness to explore our thoughts, feelings, and behavior patterns behind one of the more challenging relationships in our life. As always, take a comfortable position and take a few moments to settle. Settle in your body, in your heart and your mind. Settle into this moment, right here, right now. As always, let your breath be nice and easy and natural. Allow your relationship with your breath to be easy. Not something, your breath is not something to perfect all the time, but rather befriend. Observe how your breath flows through your body and how your body responds to your breath. Nothing more, nothing less. And maybe you can allow some sense of spaciousness in your breath so that all the experiences of the present moment can flow through you as energy without struggle. Now bring to mind somebody who you have a mildly challenging relationship with. For the purposes of this practice, let the challenge level be around 3, 5 on the scale of 1 to 10, so that you don't get so triggered that we won't be able to down-regulate effectively at the end of the session. Think of some of the reasons this relationship is challenging for you. And take a moment to enter the experience fully, visualizing your typical interactions with this person, your thoughts about them, the feelings those thoughts stimulate in you. Remember that contacting the charged essence of the story is the perfect starting point for exploring the healing presence of the rain practice. As you reflect on all this, let's enter the first stage of rain. We want to recognize what is actually happening right now. So ask yourself, what is happening inside me in this moment? And pay particular attention to your throat, heart, and belly. Notice whatever you notice in your body, trying to let go of this very natural desire to change this, to fix, to avoid. And now we're ready to go into the A of the rain, allowing life to be just as it is. Take a moment to set an intention to open up to this experience fully, just the way it is. Whatever thoughts, feelings, and physical sensations you're experiencing right now, I bet you're not alone, and all of us have gone through something similar at some point, even though the flavor of your specific experience is, of course, unique to you. See if you can accept, say yes to every uncomfortable thought, feeling, and sensation. Perhaps with each breath reminding yourself, how human of me. How human of me. With each inhale, envision opening up to all of the discomfort and pain associated with this challenging relationship. With each exhale, release any pressure to react to this suffering in any particular way. Allow your reactions to be whatever they naturally are, human reactions. And now let's move on to the I of the rain, investigating with gentle, curious attention. As you do this, instead of thinking about what's going on, keep bringing your attention to your body, directly contacting the felt sense of your most vulnerable place. Listen to what this place truly needs to begin healing. So with that in mind, start asking yourself, what is the most difficult, painful thing I am believing about myself in this relationship? What is the most challenging thing I'm believing about the other person in this relationship? What vulnerable part of me gets so activated by all the interactions in this challenging relationship? What does it want me to pay attention to? And finally, the last step of the rain, nurturing yourself with loving presence. In other words, approach whatever you're feeling, thinking, and sensing with empathy. Once again, reminding yourself, how human of me to react this way. How human of me to feel what I feel. How human of me to think what I think. Now place your hands on your heart and send the message of loving kindness to yourself as an act of self-empathy. May I be filled with loving kindness. May I be well in body and mind. May I feel safe, protected, at ease. May I know deep, natural peace. May I be filled with loving kindness. May I be well in body and mind. May I feel safe, protected, at ease. May I know deep, natural peace. And now ask yourself, am I ready to extend the message of loving kindness to that challenging person? And remember, it's totally fine if not. If you're not ready, you're not ready. As simple as that. If you keep up with this practice, eventually something in your heart will soften and open, and you may be able to genuinely send good wishes to that person. Until then, focus on self-empathy. So if you are ready to take the next step and include this challenging person in your loving kindness practice, remind yourself that just like you, this person wants to be happy, healthy, at ease. And just like you, they deserve all of that. Silently or out loud, repeat after me. May they be filled with loving kindness. May they be well in body and mind. May they feel safe, protected, at ease. May they know deep, natural peace. May they be filled with loving kindness. May they be well in body and mind. May they feel safe, protected, at ease. May they know deep, natural peace. Now gently let go of the practice. Take a moment to scan your body again. Notice how you're feeling now, physically, emotionally, mentally. How are you, really? As you go through your day today, I invite you to continue reflecting on all your challenging relationships, exploring them through the practice of rain, infused with loving kindness. And please remember that it's not a race. You're not trying to get to a certain point in a given period of time. Give yourself space, give yourself grace. Be gentle and kind to yourself first and foremost. And be relentless in your self-empathy. Thank you so much for being here today. Have a beautiful day, and I will see you tomorrow.